Hey.
Hey.
So tell us, who are you?
So my name is Jasmine, but I go by Ambitious Brown, aka AB,
And why do you call yourself Ambitious Brown?
because I am really driven and I want to succeed in life. And whenever I was looking up the definition for ambition, it just resonated with me so much that that's what I wanted my name to be moving forward. And I wanted to create a brand behind ambition and
Okay.
being driven.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I'm a serial entrepreneur. There's really nothing that I do not do. I'm really into learning new things. I do photography. I have a clothing line. I coordinate events for a nonprofit organization. I have a radio show called Blunt Talk, so I'm a radio personality also. Really pretty much a jack of all trades. Anything that needs to be done can be done by me.
Okay. And so how did you get into this serial entrepreneurship?
So back in 2014, whenever I was, a friend of mine had introduced me to network marketing, and from there I learned the concept of working for yourself and not necessarily building a dream for someone else, building your own dream. So back then I wanted to just pretty much create my own legacy and pretty much just do my own thing versus working a job 9 to 5 and continuing to build a corporation. Why not build my own corporation and have my own stuff going on?
Okay. So prior to 2014, what were you doing?
So prior to 2014, I did social work at elementary school. What I did was help kids with their self-esteem, help them with their reading, help them with their math. I helped them have learn social skills. I worked at a gas station for many, many years. Toot and Totem, shout out to Toot and Totem. That I would go to school and come back and work for them during the summer. Go back to school, get to come back. So they really worked with me throughout my college years, and I eventually became assistant manager. And from there, I decided I want to live in Amarillo anymore, and I moved to Houston.
Okay. So you went to college and you graduated.
I did. I went
Okay.
to West Texas A&M University. I
Okay.
actually went to like 3 different colleges. So I started my last year of high school. That very last week, I was enrolled in Amarillo College, and I started working on my basics. And I went to summer school. And from there, I went on to Grayson County College, and I was a hooper. I played 2 years of basketball. And 2 years, I really wasn't feeling hooping anymore because I was tired, knees were cracking. Every game, I had to like ice on my ankles, on my knees. I remember I had ice on my hand, and from there, I just knew, basketball is not for me anymore. So I stopped hooping, and I went from Grayson to Lamar University. And from Lamar, I was studying to be a teacher, and Hurricane Ike had hit, and it wiped out my job. So I wasn't able to work anymore. And so I ended up transferring to Amarillo and enrolling into West Texas A&M, where I graduated in 2010.
Okay. So you stayed in Amarillo for about 4 years before you moved down to Houston.
Yes, I stayed in Amarillo for about 4 years. I was still working for Toot and Totem, and I was what do you call it? It was like a CSR who, let's say you call in, I would be the person to come in and fill your job. And then from there, that's whenever I became assistant manager, and I had a couple of stores. And then 2013 came. My sister had hit me up, and she was like, you should come down here, start something new. And I'm a transition. I just woke up one day and didn't want to live in Amarillo anymore, and I made that transition because I know that there's a lot more opportunity in Houston. There's a lot more for me to do. There's a lot more entrepreneurs. There's a lot more businesses in Houston. So that's the primary reason why I moved to Houston.
Okay. So what would you say is your primary business out of all the entrepreneurial side stuff that you have? How?
So the primary thing that I'm really, really, really wanting to make happen is We Rock Rillo, aka Rillo 87, my clothing line.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about how did you come up with the concept of We Rock Rillo 87. How did that concept come out?
So in 2014, I was still working as a social worker, and I was doing an activity with my girls group, And in the activity, we were creating vision boards, and I'm trying to teach them different things and how to follow your dreams and set forth goals that you can reach. And I had to do it also. And in that, I was like, what do I want to do? What is it that I can do to where I can create my own legacy and build something behind? And I've always wanted to have a t-shirt company. I remember whenever I was a kid, I used to have basketball teams, and we made our own shirts. We would go to Hobby and put names on the back, Jazz-B, aka whatever my hooping name was, it'll be on the back of my shirt with my numbers. There was also a time where I was really into tie-dye t-shirts. I've always had my own swag. Like, I've always had my own creative way of making t-shirts. And in 2014, I put that on my vision board that I'm gonna be a t-shirt company owner. I didn't know it was gonna be Rillo. I had no clue that it was gonna be Rillo. So fast forward to 2016, I was working with the DJ, and we were taking rappers literally all over the United States and putting them on stage. And one of the things we were teaching the rappers was you have to have your own brand, you have to have merch, you have to have things that people can buy whenever they come to your shows, so that way it's another way for you to generate income. So I was like, you know what? I need something for myself. Like, I'm over here telling these people how they need to do this and do that. Like, why don't I have something for myself? So I'm brainstorming, what am I going to put on my t-shirt? How am I going to make this into something poppin' to where everybody's going to rock it? So I got to thinking, whenever I was in college, nobody knew my name. Nobody remembered my name, but they remembered that I was from Amarillo. So because they remembered that I was from Amarillo, they were like, oh, you're that girl from Amarillo. Oh, what's up, Rillo? Hey, what up, Rillo? Nobody knew Jasmine, but they knew I was from Amarillo because it's such a unique name. So I'm thinking, Rillo. Why not? And so we got on Photoshop and we started playing with different fonts, and it literally just came together one day. And the logo design was dope. And from there, they created a acronym. And the acronym for Rillo is RILLO, Revitalizing Individuals Living Life Originally. My thing is, I want to inspire others to be themselves and to follow their dreams.
Okay. So can you speak to why you started your brand?
Yes. So a few years ago, my brother, we found out he had cancer, and my main focus was his kids. What are we gonna do for his children? If something was to happen to him, how are his kids gonna be moving forward? So I wanted to create this brand as far as a legacy for my nieces and my nephews, to have something that, instead of having to go work for a big corporation, they can come work for their aunt and live and, just have my brother's name and his life and mine, and just to keep something, it's, what do you call it? Generational wealth. Generational wealth is the very reason why I created the brand, is so that I can have something to pass on to the next generation of my family. So his situation, him going through what he was going through, I really wanted to create something to where if we needed to make money, if we needed to raise money, we'd have something in place. If my nephews and my nieces needed anything, then I would be able to provide them with that. Once the brand blows up and become the big name that I want it to be, then they'll be able to have something to fall into.
What do you see the brand in terms of, where do you want your brand to go?
So really, I want it to be like along the lines of Nike, along the lines of Adidas, but also have a section where I have like a line of Polo, where we have like clothing items, just regular everyday casual things, regular things that you can get you out in. So my vision for Rillo is to have, storefronts worldwide, literally worldwide. I want to be in Africa, I want to be in China, I want to be in Indonesia, I want to be everywhere, but I want everyone to rock Rillo. So the big picture is to have distribution in stores all over the world and have everybody literally rocking Rillo and living their best life while they wear my clothes.
Okay. So can you speak to some of the challenges? Have you had any challenges with, creating a brand and just an entrepreneur? So are you 100% an entrepreneur?
I currently am 100% an entrepreneur. So I have multiple side hustles to help me fund my. I drive Uber. I do photography on the side. I work for a nonprofit on the side. There's a lot of different side hustles that I have in order to maintain my bills. It's not easy. It's really hard. I'm not saying that it's so hard to where I want to give up, but it's hard enough to where I want to keep pushing and keep going, because I really believe that how everything is going, it's going to become something great, but I just have to keep on working. The primary struggle that I deal with is support. It's really hard having people by your side, having people help you. It's like it's all you by yourself, but that gives you even more grit to just keep on going, because you know that at the end of the day, I put this work in, so it'll be on me to make it pop. I can't depend on the next person. And even though I would love the support, not having the support, it's okay. And that's really been the biggest struggle, is just having people support you that you know. It's been the biggest struggle. But but on top of that, people who don't know me support me the most. So that's where it kind of balances out, to where I'm like, okay, I can meet a perfect stranger and they're gonna love the brand and they're gonna be willing and ready to help, more than somebody who, versus somebody who's been known for a while.
Okay. So what are some things that you're doing to push your brand?
So currently, I have a lot of brand ambassadors in different cities, different states, and I have a big social media following. I go to different pop-up shops, do different trade show events. A lot of online work is where I do the majority of my sales. I will pull up to a store, pop the trunk, and sell them out the trunk. It's legit a hustle right now.
Okay. So if you were to give any advice to anyone as it pertains to Rockin' what would that advice be?
So my advice for people who want to rock Rillo is be yourself, be original. Just how you can put on a pair of shoes that match your Nike t-shirt, you can do the exact same thing with Rockin' Rillo. And I like for people to be stylish, be fly, but 100% be yourself. That's the big thing, is you have to be yourself in order for you to prosper. You can't be Kim Kardashian. You can't be Beyonce. You're gonna be the person that's gonna make it. So that's like the main message of the person who's rocking Rillo. Is you gonna use this clothes, you gonna put this t-shirt on, you gonna put this sweatshirt on, you gonna be confident, you gonna feel like you can calm the world, because the message is such a good message. I feel shoot, why not rock Rillo?